Welcome back. It is book club time, and we are joined by Maine author, podcast host, and publisher, Emma G. Rose. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. So we have so much to dive into, but before we get into it, just give the people a little snippet of who you are.
I am, as you said, Maine author, podcast host, publisher. I have a tiny little publishing house in Hamden.
Okay.
And I volunteer at the library. So I'm a little bit of everywhere doing all the book-related things.
Absolutely. No, that's so awesome. And so from what I've seen and researched, your books are kind of surrounding like the darker side of things. And I love that, and just kind of like the meaning of life or grief. And so if you're into that, her books are perfect for you. And you just released here On the Bank of Oblivion. So let's just talk about it. What can people expect?
On the Bank of Oblivion is contemporary fantasy.
Okay.
So that means fantasy things, goddesses, magic, tarot cards, fun things, but in the modern world.
Okay.
So you're mixing that mythology and the real life world. It's actually set in Newport and Corinna, which is where I grew up.
Okay.
So the students in the book are going to school where I went to school. There's a lot of, if you're from there, you'll see it. But it's also dealing with an experience that I had in high school, which is realizing that you're having maybe some symptoms of a chronic illness starting and really wanting to pretend that's not happening and everything's fine. Yeah. But as we know, in stories and in life, you can't pretend forever. Absolutely. Eventually, you've got to face the thing.
Absolutely. That is awesome. That's exciting. And this is your fourth book?
My fourth book.
All right. That's amazing. And, she also does so many things. Like you go to schools and you talk about mental health and writing. So I guess with that experience, what made you want to reach out to the community and talk about those things, kind of mix in the writing part of it?
Yeah, I love going into schools. It's my absolute favorite thing. It's like secretly why I'm an author, to have that excuse. But I actually started writing because we lost my cousin to suicide.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And after Nikki died, I wrote my first book to write about that feeling and to sort of deal with that grief. And then other people read it and said, hey, this helped me. And so I really wanted to bring that to students of all ages. I've done middle school through college, and to bring that to them and say, look, this is a way to deal with feelings. This is a way to figure yourself out and to channel some really awful things sometimes into something really cool and beautiful. I mean, look, it's a book.
Yeah,
and that's really awesome.
That's amazing, and it's such an important message. So, I mean, I thank you for doing that. I like to write here and there sometimes, but it does totally help with when you're dealing with things like that. But besides the book, you have so many awesome things coming up. So just kind of give us a rundown of what people can expect coming up.
I recently became an amateur fortune teller.
Okay.
For children's things.
Okay.
So I got invited by an author friend to go to a campground and be the mythical fortune teller for their campground carnival, which I'm very excited about. And then we have the Witch Walk coming up in Brewer. So look for that. It's really cool. It's sponsored by Charmed.
Okay.
They have all these women who are dressed as witches. Some of them are practicing witches, and they actually like parade through town, and then they do the witch dance. And we're gonna have the Goblin Market where I'll be selling books and giving out bookmarks and doing all kinds of fun things.
Perfect. I think I saw an event somewhere that was talking about that. So that's why I was like, wait a second, I think I've seen that. Okay, perfect. That's exciting.
And one more thing.
Okay.
I have, for those who are aspiring authors, maybe they have a first book ready to go, or maybe they're just starting, I have a publishing workshop. So there are lots of paths to publishing. I am independently published, self-published, if you will, and I like that. Not everyone does. Yeah. So we have all these paths, and I'm going to kind of walk people through those paths, which one might be right for you based on your goals. We're going to be doing that at the Edith Dyer Library in Hamden, so you can just watch their Facebook page and you'll find all the information.
Perfect. That is amazing. And this is just right here, just another snippet of the rest of her books that she has. So where can people, just keep up with those things that are coming up and also purchase your books?
So my books are available wherever books are sold. I highly recommend going down to the Briar Patch in downtown Bangor because they're amazing. And they have all the books in stock. They have signed copies in stock, if that's your thing. You can also go to bookshop.org if you can't get to a physical bookstore. They give money back to bookshops, to independent bookshops. Super cool organization. And then if you want to just follow me and what I'm doing, I'm emmagauthor.com.
All right, perfect. Well, Emma, it was a joy meeting you. We love what you're doing. We love the mission behind it, and we just can't wait to continue to see your success there.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much.